Welcome to 52 Weeks of Storytelling. This is week 33, and we are celebrating our favorite memory of celebrating our heritage. So, I first want to share with you what 52 Weeks of Storytelling actually is. It is my way of helping people write one page of their story when we get a time over 52 weeks. So if you come back and you watch a couple of the videos, most of the videos, you'll end up with almost a full book of your stories. So think of this as your opportunity to have a daily journal entry, a daily writing opportunity, and practicing, sharing, and talking about your story. So with that, I do want to let you know there is an actual journal that you can grab. So there is a printed journal and a printable journal. So the printed journal you grab from Amazon, and the printables come from Etsy. So if you'd like something to be able to write into, you like having boxes, you like having structure, you like being able to see what's happening, you can follow along. The videos actually follow along each page in the book, and that's another way to use it. So those links are in the description of this video or wherever you are consuming this content. The legacy storytelling method is what I use as the framework to help people actually write each story in each page. So it's a way of using simple questions in a particular order to interview yourself or interview someone else. If you're using this as an activity somewhere, these are your questions that you'll ask someone, and their answers obviously go into the boxes of whatever page you're looking at. The actual method itself is comprised of the 5 W's, which are who, what, when, where, and why, in that order. The first 4 are pretty self-explanatory. The last one, the why, is how did you get to this moment? Why did this moment happen? And really the forces that came together to bring this moment to fruition. The last set of questions are what I like to call the digging deeper questions, and those are about feeling and impact and what you want people to remember about this moment. Now, that last question is super, super important. When we answer this question, it gives us an opportunity to be reflective about one particular moment in our lives, and as you'll see from the prompts, they are specific. So you think about all the things you just outlined, and that answer usually brings other things to the surface. If you're working with someone and helping them tell their life story, usually in this answer you'll find things that you can ask about and other opportunities for questions and stories and other things you can add and ask about later on. With that, I want to share with you a little bit of my thought process around this weekly writing prompt. So let's jump into favorite memory of celebrating your heritage. Now, everyone's heritage is different, and even if you have the same heritage as the person sitting next to you, your celebrations sometimes are different. You may make the same food, but maybe you do it a little differently. So think about, really, this could be anything, and it doesn't have to be, if you feel like you don't have a heritage, let's tackle that. So sometimes that's an objection, is you don't have a heritage. That just think of a family tradition. If you don't feel like this prompt applies to you, or you want something else, think about a family tradition, or maybe a tradition you would like to have, or a way that you would like to be able to celebrate your heritage and you haven't been able to do that yet, and daydream about what those moments would look like. My personal story example for this, I have so many moments of celebrating my heritage. I'm super grateful and thankful that it's something that it was really important to my parents that we knew where we came from and that we knew our heritage. I'm first generation American on my dad's side, and so I'm really in touch with my Irish heritage. I did Irish step dancing as a child. I still can as an adult, but I don't as often. I'm relearning guitar, and for me that's celebrating my heritage because that's something my dad did, and it's something my whole family does on my dad's side. And I'm really, really excited about being able to go back to Ireland someday and to have jam sessions with my aunts and uncles and cousins and actually be able to play. So I'm working towards that. So those moments for me, most of my celebrations are centered around music and my dad and now my kids, and having these opportunities to share history and share where the songs came from, who wrote them, who remade them, and really what goes into, without waxing poetic or going crazy, like how music can help people express themselves and how cultures express themselves through music. And I think that's what I want people to remember, is that when we celebrate our heritage, it's personal, it's intentional, and it's also a community. We're celebrating community, which I think is really awesome. So, hope that made sense. I feel like that was a little bit of a roundabout rabbit hole, but here we are. And we've made it to the end, so good job. I'm glad you're here. If you are still watching this, I hope that you found something in this video to help you think about a moment where you celebrated your heritage and you want to write about that. Again, if you don't have one of those, family tradition or something that you want to be doing. With that, I hope you have an incredibly wonderful day. And until I see you on the next video, happy writing.